Let's ride.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Dynasty Pylon. I'm Brian the Grizzly with Mark and Alec. How you guys feeling?
All right, I guess I'll all right, Mark. I guess I'll go. I'm feeling fantastic. It feels good to be here. Woo! Oh yeah, that's it.
It's terrible. I don't know if you guys know, so I was making the thumbnail today. I actually literally had to put this Philadelphia Eagles on it, and I almost vomited.
I did vomit, actually.
They hate us because they ain't us. You know, that's all it is.
No, we don't. I don't want to be you guys. Oh man, whatever. But Mark, you say you still tired. I know because we're doing this a little bit later than usual. But I figure we might as well get on here. Something actually happened in the field, so I'm happy that to report the Tush Push will remain in 2026, and the NFL has no plans to discuss it during the owners' meeting, so it's going to be here, plain and simple.
Well, you know what they say: if you can't beat them, join them. Now all the teams are piling on. Heck yeah!
No, I don't know. Except
I did hear that they were passing an emergency rule for this year only for official reviews and overturns of bad calls, because more than likely we're having replacement refs.
Yeah, Broncos talks with all the refs, so we'll know how bad it could be. You know, like when you're like, "Wow, man, our refs are terrible. They suck. They miss all these calls," and then all of a sudden you find out how bad it could be.
Like 10 years ago, maybe, and the first game of the season was the Packers and Seahawks, and that Hail Mary happened, and it was caught. And one ref was like touchdown, the other one was like
incomplete. Yeah, man.
And it was the replacement refs because they were under a strike.
But shouldn't the referees be full time anyway? They should do know how to actually handle what they're doing. I mean, half the refs are lawyers in the off season, so like you should make them have to be professional referees, especially if we have all the gambling, all this money based on all these games. Fantasy football, as we do, we have Dynasty. We're doing all this stuff all the time. They should be professional referees.
But then you probably have to pay them more.
Absolutely,
you would have to pay.
That's probably the
I do wonder
the talking point as of now.
I do wonder. Maybe Mark,
you want me to be a lawyer? You better pay me for my time.
Mm-hmm.
You might know this better, Mark, because bringing up the whole emergency thing. What do you think is the reason why they decided to do it now? After all, so many years of people clamoring, saying that we want change, why now all of a sudden, do you think?
Well, like I said, this is the first time it's happened, but their contract's up and they haven't. This happened the last time. I think it went the first, was it 8 weeks?
Yep.
Or 6 weeks where they had replacement refs.
It was 6 weeks, and then they started, but they had to rev up, so we had to go 2 more weeks. Even though they had the agreement, they had to wait 2 more weeks.
The NFL was like, yeah, these replacement refs aren't working. They were like, we need
no, weren't they like college refs too, or something like that?
I don't know what they were, but
yeah. So SEC refs,
yeah,
all of them were just different.
Yeah, so I wonder how that will affect the pace of the game. You know, if these things can be looked at, it's going to slow down the game quite a lot, which might piss off some people. But hey, if it means that they get more calls right at the end of the day, or they at least keep note of things, I think holding them accountable.
I think it's more of a like they call it and then immediately they're like, oh, never mind, sorry. Pick this flag.
Oh, well, then if that's the case, then they just listen to New York. Okay. Hopefully it's like that.
I think it'll just be like New York is in their ear and someone's going to be dedicated to like watching the game. And while they're
clear
talking,
and obvious,
the call, someone's rewatching it already and in their ear telling them basically what's going on.
You know, which is going to work out. I think this is going to be fine. I think the tush push being in 2026, I don't think they need to be changing these major changes for this season. I think there's too many things up in the air. I would rather them not do that. And you know what? I still believe the same thing as Dan Quinn. Like I believe you should stop it. You don't like it, stop it.
Then stop it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Don't complain, Packers. All they do is complain over there.
F Green Bay, but whatever. That's all it is.
Also, rule changes. Did you hear the rule change that the Browns suggested? I don't know if it got passed or not, but
what was their suggestion?
To allow
instead of it being
massage parlors?
Well, I mean, there's that, but no. Instead of only 3 years out for trading draft picks, they wanted 5.
5, yes, yeah. So which means you could trade.
How about my 2031 first round pick? You want it?
Yeah.
You tell me the Rams aren't salivating? Ooh, you get rid of 5 first round picks now?
As long as they have a quarterback, it works out. What do you think about Myles Garrett? Kind of changing his contract. He kind of changed the language in it, kind of saving the Browns a lot of money in cap space, allowing them to do more. Does that make any sense at all? Because all they're going to do is do nothing. So why would he even do that?
Yeah, I don't know. Makes you wonder. Especially
I don't know.
You hear the rumors about extending Deshaun and stuff.
Yep.
Which, like I said, the only reason I can see him doing that is to get his guaranteed money.
That's what I believe it before, because it's not the first time that we've seen a guy get paid like a bunch of money. Then the following season, they're having to restructure things because the GM realized, well, I may have goofed up a little bit, so I need a little bit of assistance.
This is not Myles. Myles Garrett's not making. He's actually going to make more money.
Yes.
But what's going to happen is he's going to get signing bonuses. All this, the end of it, it's going to get converting it, a lot of it, and they're allowing them to have more cap space for this year now because they're going to hold on to Deshaun and they might extend him, which is
even though that they have Myles Garrett.
I'd be like, no.
So
no, I'd rather get my money and not have Deshaun here. Thank you.
Yes, ideally. But, so where do you guys think the Browns defense will rank at the end of this next coming season? Because now they don't have the same extremely great DC coordinator. Who do you think they're going, or how do you think their defense is going to look with all this talk and whatnot, with restructuring and whatnot?
I think it'll be still top 10 defense.
Okay.
I mean, they've drafted well going forward.
Especially when I'm seeing mock drafts where they get one of the top edge rushers.
Yep. So now they have two edge rushers, and you have what's his name from Michigan in the middle. I mean, you got Schwarzenegger in the linebacker. You can't.
Yes.
You really can't talk about talent. Coaching does matter, and I think scheme matters, and 100%.
Correct.
But when you have overwhelming talent,
about Jim Schwartz.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing, is that Jim Schwartz really can make a defense. He impacts the defense. So that's why I'm asking that question, because it's just interesting to me, when you lose such a great-minded coach like that, especially if it's a different scheme. I don't know if the new DC is using the same kind of scheme that they're used to. If it's something different, that can always confuse the defense the first little bit.
The DC, he's the guy from Atlanta who made a giant leap from the year previous because they were terrible to getting to a point where they were actually pretty good. Their defense was the best part of their team. So I was Rudenberg. I think it's Mike Rudenberg. I think he's the old DC guy from Atlanta. I think it's actually going to work fine because once again, I think if you have a professional DC along with the talent that they have,
yes,
I think it's going to be okay.
All right.
Brotherhood Podcast says, I'm not sure since the first game is on a Wednesday. Are we having football on Wednesdays now?
Well, they had like 2 or 3 last year, so it's not new.
Yeah.
It also has to do, it's in Australia, right?
Yeah, so this basically broke down to them playing at 10:35 a.m. on Friday in Australia, which is 8:35 my time, 7:35 your time, and 5:35 on the West Coast.
Yep.
And because of that, I think they were like, yeah, we're going to – I don't think they wanted to play on Saturday in Australia.
No.
And they wanted to get back because it'll affect the next week's schedule too.
Exactly.
So I think that's why they did it early. And in Seattle, you don't want your champions to not be doing well. Okay? Isn't that what it is?
Seattle's playing Wednesday.
You're right.
It's the Rams and 49ers who are playing.
Oh, it's the Rams. Oh, actually, I saw the ticket package for that. You can go to Australia and be there for a week for $8,000.
Ooh, let's go.
Just a small amount of $8,000. Come on, guys.
You get to go to the game. You stay in Australia.
Get your money up.
Honestly,
that, right?
I don't know what you're talking about. I would go.
Yeah, well, of course. Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
if it were the Bears. But it's not.
If it was the Bears.
No, if it, I do sometimes worry that the NFL wanting to expand so far to all these different countries, which is so cool. It's great for a lot of people, but I do feel for some of these teams, especially when you're going as far out as Australia, that.
But they have actual football. So, I think it makes more sense going to those places that actually have football, that actually care about the game, than places that don't care about American football.
True. I mean, I guess to me, I like to think of something that's closer, like London, or I think even Brazil.
But they don't have football. And I don't know if the Brazil thing is actually working out. That's why I think that they.
I don't know.
Further.
The London thing.
I don't think they're going this year. So
nope.
So.
No Brazil this year.
Yeah, no. So, I mean, I just more so look at it from the player's perspective, flying back. That's a whole different thing. And especially again, hopefully, obviously the schedule probably, it obviously wouldn't have them have like a short week too, because that would feel kind of unfair. And I just want schedules to make sure that they're at least they feel enough decently fair, especially when there's those far away games. I don't want anything
it's two teams both on the West Coast, so
yeah.
And the same division.
All right. So other stuff that kind of went was going on. I don't know. What do you look at the Denver Broncos team? Do you have a feeling like they're going all in? Are they really looking at the division, looking around and saying, we can do something special here? We can win this. We can win the division. We can win this conference, and we could be in the Super Bowl next year. And that's why they're making all these moves.
Well, considering they did all that except for get to the Super Bowl, only basically because their QB got hurt.
So
I think we all know that if Bo Nix had played in that game, the Broncos probably would have won.
100%.
It's very possible.
That Super Bowl might have been a little bit better.
Maybe.
Yes. Broncos rematch. Woo-hoo.
Well, either way, we got a rematch. That's the way we did, ironically. I do agree with you, though. I do think that this is going to be the year for Bo Nix and that coach to really decide, okay, we've got the pieces, we've got the defense, we have the coaching. I want to see you guys go out there and get us to the chip. Because they're almost doing kind of similar to what the Rams like to do.
I was going to say, I was just about to say the exact same thing.
You
I heard
give
the
yourself
Rams aren't done yet either.
That 2 to 3 year window of we're going to put all of our chips in this basket. We have, while everyone's still all the major important guys aren't the ones who are eating up the huge chunk of, cap, like Bo Nix isn't yet, because that will definitely hit. So if he can take them to another championship game or the Super Bowl, then he'll definitely be worth what they would pay for him. I think this is to truly see now that he has the proper help. Can he deliver You know,
I mean, did you guys not hear the noise in the off season? Talking about Bo Nix and what's his name? Not getting along.
Well, yeah. I mean, there was echoes of it right as the season ended for him.
So that is why I think this is a big important year for them. And I think
Nick's telling Sean Payton to get his foot out of his mouth.
Well, I think early consensus would probably have the Rams and the Broncos most likely to go to the Super Bowl. Yeah. And that would be a fantastic matchup. As of right now, that could always change as the season, starts. But as of right now, that would be a fantastic.
Or the Rams are shopping, trying to get another wide receiver team.
Well,
it's crazy.
Why?
Well, when your star receiver bites someone and makes certain,
I wasn't going to bring that up.
No, did you guys actually look at the story and understand that they are out together? And she said, "I had acute pain when he bit me." Fuck.
Like she said that, or he said that?
She said that. I had acute pain when he bit me a little bit.
Okay, that seems to me like she wanted to be bit.
It seems very weird, that you go out on a date with somebody and then all of a sudden they are going to sue you for things that you said and did. I've said some crazy stuff and some stuff, and especially you talk about bedroom type of things. That's kind of weird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I didn't think that. I thought that was very weird, but you know what? Puka is he's obviously not going for the right type of people. Because every woman he seems to be with is just a problem.
Something going on.
Maybe it's him.
Yeah, so he needs to get his act together, especially if he wants to get a contract that's similar to JSN.
Which we need to talk about next. But I did want to go over this. So the NFL did rank the top 5 most elevated rosters.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Number 5 was the Denver Broncos. Can you guys give me the next 4 teams?
Elevated? Gosh.
Rams.
So what? The Rams probably be up there.
No, I guess they might have already been up there. So I don't know if
it's not the Rams.
No, okay. So then maybe the Raiders. Then, since the Raiders did make some moves. No, not the Raiders. It's definitely not the Seahawks. Don't tell me. Is it the Chiefs or someone? No. Okay.
No.
Okay. Good. Giants.
Anthony, that's the Giants. Giants is a good question, but that's not them.
That's it.
Really? I'll give you number 4. The one right in front of the Broncos. It's the Saints.
Okay.
David Edwards, Travis Etienne, Caden Ellis, Noah Fant.
Sure.
They're number 4. Can you guys give me any of the top 3? If you guys give me at least one of them.
Titans?
No. Crazy.
No. No.
I would have thought Titans did.
I'm trying to think of who had big signings.
Who's the number 1 receiver Falcons? That got signed this year?
Oh. Number 1 should have signed this year. I thought that was JSN. That
got signed a free agency.
Free agency. Okay. All
he does is catch touchdowns and get 1,000-yard seasons.
Mike Evans.
49ers.
49ers. The 49ers are number 2. Mike Evans. Also, was it Adewinza, Christian Kirk, Dre Greenlaw, Nate Hobbs, Eddie Pinheiro. Those are all the signs.
I'm not on there, am I?
No, unfortunately.
I don't know about the Falcons or the Panthers.
I'll give you number 3. The Lions.
Okay. The Lions.
Lions are very to me, I'm looking at it. I'm not sure, but Cade Mays, DJ Wanham, Larry Borum, because I think Larry Borum could be a starter at left tackle immediately. Isaiah Pachenko, Rocky Singh, Roger McCreary, and Juice Scruggs.
I got it. Let's make it fun because we say number 1, right?
That's all I want you to do is number 1.
Can you name us the division at least that they're in?
AFC North.
AFC North. No, not the Ravens.
No, hell no.
No, not the Steelers. Don't tell me Dolphins? No, definitely not. What, the Steelers?
AFC North.
Nope. Yeah.
Definitely not the Browns. Right. They didn't do anything.
Definitely not the Browns. Definitely not the Bengals. Definitely not the Ravens.
Steelers.
The Steelers. Really? Steelers did. We have Michael Pittman Jr., Rico Dowd, Jamel Dean, Jaquan Brisker, Sebastian Joseph Day, and Asante Samuel Jr. were all signed for free agency this year. They said that along with the late swap pick for Pittman, they didn't even lose anything.
Okay.
Come full circle.
Yeah.
It started with the Pittsburgh Steelers safety, and now I have a Pittsburgh Steelers safety.
And now go get Ty Simpson. Y'all will be okay.
What do you think about that drama that's been swirling around? Fucking Dan Orlovsky. Ty Simpson's the number 1 QB in this draft.
Yeah, no, hey, when you watch film and whatnot, maybe he's making a claim.
Interviewed, or I called up 16 executives, and only 2 of them disagreed with me.
They probably say, "Yeah, Dan."
That's what he said.
I mean, maybe he has
14 of 16 top executives that he interviewed for that are top executives in the NFL are saying they're going to take Ty Simpson over Mendoza.
Well, maybe because Ty Simpson's potential is maybe his ceiling is higher. Maybe that's why they're saying such things. That's always a possibility. But
maybe a Alabama QB that has done great things, like besides your quarterback who didn't go.
My God,
had to leave. He had to leave.
It don't matter. It still counts.
He had
to technicality.
leave.
I'll take the win.
Yeah,
Alabama
you got an Oklahoma quarterback, sir. You got an Oklahoma quarterback.
Shut your mouth. He was an Alabama.
Tua Tagovailoa ran him out of Tuscaloosa.
Concussion Viola, I know, but still. Outside of my guy, I can't really name much.
I can't speak for Ty Simpson. I didn't watch a lot of Alabama games, but seeing as how I live in Indiana games were on all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand why people hate on Mendoza. You look at what he did. Like clutch moments, he came up big. When he had to be perfect, he was perfect. Was he perfect all the time? No.
So you think Simpson's a reach for teams like Penix was for the Falcons? Someone's going to gamble and trade up.
Yeah, well, maybe that's the point of generating that buzz. Maybe some team will because they'll take a second look at him. To answer your question a little bit, Mark, I know Brian and I have talked about that before because when I watched him in the championship game, I didn't think he was clutch at all. I think that game he was 100%.
He ran in that one
carry.
touchdown that gave him the win.
So he played NFL talent for the first time, really.
And that's the thing. And it wasn't so much Mendoza; it was his offensive line struggle.
That was true
because he had no time to throw the ball. Did he throw any picks? No. Did he make any bum-headed plays? No. He always kept his head on a swivel. He made plays when he needed to.
I don't have an issue with his clutchness. When I watched him, especially in the playoffs, I mean, yes, I guess when I look at the stats, there's a few things I really like, but then I watch the game, and when I just look at him play, I look at what top competition really gave him the fits outside of, of course, Miami, because Miami was phenomenal last year. Defensively
Penn State, that game went down to the last play of the game.
So to me, he has that clutch factor. You understand that now he's going to the NFL on a team that's historically bad. And that's not a knock on what he could do. That's a knock on the fact that I think people like to overhype the first overall pick so much when historically speaking, it's been one of the highest bust rates out of first round picks, first overall picks. Mm-hmm. And it's because of the organization that they go to. I'm not saying that I don't think he's better than Ty Simpson, but I see why people are hyping up Ty because, he does certain things better than Mendoza, but the clutch factor is what makes Mendoza the better complete QB.
Here's the problem with Ty Simpson. Ty Simpson only started 1 year.
I know.
And that's hard for me to draft someone in the first round. And what did we see in history? What did we see even with the Caleb Williams draft? The guys who spent the most time in college always came out, hit the ground running, doing the best overall. Mm-hmm. Those are the guys that are the best. So Ty Simpson, who's had 1 year, you know who else had one good year? Mitch Trubisky. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. You don't necessarily know who this guy is. So I like Drew Allar. Was his name from Penn State? Mm-hmm. I like him. I think he had more starting. He had 3 years of starting. He has more. It makes more sense to me as a first round pick, as a project, saying I'm going in, maybe get him in the early second round, that might work better. He's accurate. He has a strong arm. He's played in the Big Ten. The same thing. I would rather do that than do either of those guys first overall. And that kind of is where I'm like, why am I going for these guys?
I think I can get behind.
You're like a guy with a lot of experience. What about Carson Beck? He's got like 6 or 7 years.
Yeah, no, he's like
but man, it's weird for me because with Carson Beck, I wonder if a lot of the success is just because look at the teams that he was on. You know, that's my issue with him.
Get that
last year,
he showed in Miami though. I think he was
right
one in Miami.
He definitely
lose like 3 games.
He has the tools to be a decent enough starter. I do agree. Actually, everything that you said, Brian, reminds me of everything that I said last year about Bo Nix, because everyone told me Bo Nix is not worth the first round draft pick.
I don't think he should be, but I also think that the second round is perfect.
But that's why for all the reasons
the Broncos didn't have said second round.
Exactly. Yes. So the Broncos had to do it because they liked the guy. And they knew that I want him. I can't go trade back because I don't know if someone's going to jump in front of me and grab him. And you don't want to wait draft a quarterback in the second round. You want to draft in the first because you want the 5 years.
Because I think the very next pick wasn't as going to be the Raiders, and they would definitely have needed a quarterback as well. So, but to me, my ideal landing spot was he's going to go to the Broncos. That'd be ideal for him. And for all the reasons that you mentioned earlier about that guy for Penn, the same reasons that I also really believe in Bo Nix. Sure, his floor is safer and his ceiling is not as high, but I care about that experience, and I really do enjoy Bo Nix.
Isn't that more about closer to Beck than it's to Bo Nix? I mean, Beck is closer to Bo Nix than anyone really. Yeah, a guy who's played everywhere for years.
Injuries.
Lots of injuries. 25, 26 years old.
It's very fun to compare them both, but at the end of the day, I'm also looking at it as they just feel like 2 different prospects. When I watch them play, they just feel different. Maybe it's the film. I don't know. Maybe it's because I think Beck, I feel like he's more so carried by that amazing defenses that he had. Maybe that's just me. I could be wrong on that, but I'm just not as impressed with Beck. And he lost us that championship, damn it. So I'm salty as hell.
That sounds like more salt than it is because Bo Nix did nothing.
What you're saying is we need to get Carson Beck on the Texans so he can be helped by a great defense.
You know what? Yes, exactly. You know what? Let him ride.
And then he'll be in every game except for hopefully you're winning at the end of the game, because if he's on passing, he might throw an interception.
Hey, we gotta remember Texans once again. If they had a quarterback who wouldn't throw for 4 interceptions and fumble twice, then they could have been in the AFC Championship game, and they would have been in the Super Bowl. That defense
got better.
The defense is what got that. You know what, Mark? If that somehow happens, I am gonna laugh and send you a text and say, "Man, Carson Beck's really about to get carried to a championship game. This is wild."
I'm just gonna go through the roster changes. Once again, the top 10. So 6 was the Patriots, 7 was the Raiders, 8 were the Commanders.
Hey, I didn't realize that. I was worried about safety this entire time. I had no idea we signed Nick Cross.
Yeah,
that's a great signing. That's a great signing.
I was like, heck yeah, I love Nick Cross.
Yes, he's great.
He's also from the University of Maryland. So welcome back home, I guess.
So you already knew. 9, the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Okay.
And 10, the Minnesota Vikings. And they get that just with Kyler Murray being there. Just with Kyler Murray. 10. And once again, so Minnesota won 9 games, guys, with terrible quarterback play.
Yeah. So imagine when they have a decent quarterback. They could very well win 11, 12, 13 games.
They're scary. They didn't even use the best wide receiver in the game. They couldn't even use because they couldn't get him the ball. Imagine what's going to happen in Minnesota. That NFC North is a gauntlet.
It is. It's gonna be fun for years. So Dante from Oregon State. So next year he will be a number 1 QB next year. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll tell you, there's a Manning out there that says, nah, bro.
Yeah, his last name is Manning, and that alone puts him.
It will carry as long as he's anything like his relatives.
But I do think Dante I think 2027. This is why I mean you talked about this last week, Alec. That I think 2027 is a better draft overall for all positions going forward.
Yes,
2027 is a huge draft. So when we talk about the Maxx Crosby trades and we seen all the news about what the Cowboys offered and everything, if I'm the Raiders, I say F 2026 draft picks. Give me something high this year. Give me 2027 draft picks. That's what I want. I want a first round in 2027. Which I know is counterintuitive, right? Because most people don't, you think if you next year's first round is more like a second rounder in 2026. I would rather give me a second rounder in 2026 this year and give me a first rounder in 2027. I want your 2027 first rounder.
Yes, play just like fantasy football. You in Dynasty, you want a bunch of first rounders.
Who's the third guy they just brought in?
Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz went to the Falcons.
No, onto Minnesota. I'm sorry, I'm looking at Minnesota.
No, Carson Wentz went back to Minnesota.
He went back to Minnesota. Yeah.
So then, who's the third QB then?
No, the Falcons just signed a third QB, and it made me laugh.
Who was that? I do remember. And
I was like, "What are they doing?"
They're being the Falcons.
So it's Tua.
Yes. There's Penix.
There's Penix. There's someone else.
There is someone else.
I have no idea.
No.
I guess I don't think about Falcons and their third string QBs,
Well, Tua is a first stringer.
Yeah, no. I know.
But he just
I didn't say Tua was.
Never not get hurt. He's probably getting hurt right now as we speak right now. Who was the third?
This Trevor Siemian.
It's Trevor Siemian. It's Trevor Siemian.
Is it Trevor Siemian?
Yes, he is. Trevor Siemian.
This says Michael Penix is the number one guy. Interesting.
Well, probably for now, but like after training camp, depending on how he's feeling, they'll probably either have Tua starting or Penix, depending on where he's at.
You know what's going to happen, right? It's literally going to be a
you guys have
James
Pierce Jr. as the starting left outside linebacker. They must be really optimistic.
It's going to be the same thing that happened to Alabama is going to happen in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, Penix is doing something. He feels the heat with Tua, and then all of a sudden, Tua's going to tap him on the shoulder. Coach wants you. And next thing you know, he's going to be sitting there holding the clipboard. That's Tua. Does everything. And then right before the game, before they have to get to the playoffs, he hurts himself.
Mm-hmm.
Penix has to come back in.
Yeah. And then he takes him to the promised land, baby. Woo!
And then he's hurt, and they're like, all our hopes and dreams.
16 picks.
Yeah. And then Martin comes on and says, yeah, guys, that's not happening. We suck. That ain't happening.
All right. Okay. There's a lot of small moves going around right now. How do you feel about Joe Flacco feeling like every team that does assign him as a first round, as a quarterback, as a starter is stupid? They're dumb because obviously I got it.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about that?
Yeah.
I was just sad he didn't sign with the Steelers so he could be the first QB to play for all four teams in division. I was like, really? Going back to the Bengals?
What the hell is the Steelers doing?
That's a great question.
They are going for Tyson.
They have him as QB. I heard they want Rodgers back, supposedly. It's the word.
Because the idea of Ty Simpson is that you need a year. You need a year to him to sit there and watch.
Yeah, if they do try to get Ty Simpson, they can't play him right away.
No. Well, they get anyone else but Mendoza, so they have their pick of the lot, whatever they want. They definitely need to hit on a QB because they have not hit on a QB in quite some time now. Unfortunately.
Well, I thought they did a pretty good job with Ben Roethlisberger, but
but
Ben Roethlisberger but like, look, yeah, that's some time ago, though.
When they only had like three quarterbacks since him.
Yeah,
I know.
Is what?
Like,
well, that they drafted or whatever.
When did Ben retire? 4 years ago? 5 years ago?
4 or 5 years ago, yeah.
Something like that. I thought I think he retired in 2020 because I thought it was that season. Or after
1 year after the COVID year.
Yeah. After
I think he retired in 2022.
Yeah. I think it was 2021 when he retired, but the season was 2020.
It feels like forever ago sometimes.
It does feel like a long time ago. So
but then you're like, it really wasn't that long ago that Ben Roethlisberger retired.
I asked my friend Blake, he's a Colts fan. I was like, man, when are y'all gonna find the next Andrew Luck? Because I keep hearing stories of he's the next Andrew Luck, and nothing happens.
Well, the next Andrew Luck is probably just gone, so it doesn't really matter. He'll be out after 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
What up? How you doing, Taj?
Hey, what up?
What up, man?
So Ben Roethlisberger's last year was 2022.
Okay.
Is that
So
what
it's
that's like what I said. Yeah.
So yeah. He retired, and the only quarterback they drafted since him was Kenny Pickett. Which got me
This is a question.
Hey, there was other quarterbacks that they drafted, just not high.
What's more likely?
Bain or Downs being available at 12 when the Dallas picks?
I don't think Bain will be available.
No. I think Bain is going to be going
or down. I don't think either of them.
Yeah, because I had Bain.
I've seen both of them in the top 5. Those two guys are the reason why the last 3 or 4 mock drafts have us taking Jeremiah Love.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Bain,
I keep seeing Bain
top 5
because Bain's the one from Miami, right?
Yeah, Miami defensive
end. Him to the Titans.
Game wrecker.
I keep seeing him to the Titans, and I'm like, yeah, that's what I like to see.
So Downs, I believe, will be the 3rd or 4th player.
Caleb Downs, I keep saying to the Giants.
To the Giants, I can't not see that. That makes perfect sense. That Downs goes to the Giants.
Yeah.
Bain is going to be out really early. Mendoza is probably the 4th or 5th best player, really, going there. Jeremiah Love is probably the 2nd best, and he's probably going what
the Browns get the 2nd best edge rusher, or the Texas Tech kid, I think.
Bailey.
Yeah, Bailey.
Yeah, David Bailey.
That's who the Browns get, and then that leaves us with Love. Whew, that's good.
All right. That kind of works.
I like it.
Who do you think is going to be the first?
Your best running back since Quentin Portis? Oof, that makes me feel old.
How's your back feel?
Who's the first wide receiver off the board?
First wide? See, that's a tough one. I feel like wide receivers are dropping for some unknown reason. Because all the pre-mock drafts had us always taking a receiver, whether it was the kid from ASU, and then it was Tate from Ohio State. And
probably
all of a sudden other stuff have happened, and I think the top wide receiver goes in was that the later rounds, 20, I think, 21?
Well, I could definitely see Tate because, like Anthony said, someone said if you're a wide receiver and wants to get paid, go to Ohio State for that reason. They produce just the best wide receivers.
Then there's the kid who exploded at the combine, 6'4", ran the fastest 40 time.
Yeah, but he's still maybe because he's the dude from Tennessee, right?
I think so. Yeah.
He ran a 4.37, 6'4", is 198 pounds. Yeah,
he's under 200 pounds, which we don't like.
But I mean, if I'm going first, I'm still going Jordan Tyson.
ASU.
Yeah, I'm still going Jordan Tyson.
Mm-hmm.
Then Jeremiah said he's been hearing that Downs is falling in this draft because the team's loving the size of Thiemann and the safety from Toledo.
That's crazy talk.
I can't see Downs falling.
I've heard Caleb Downs graded as the best safety coming out since Jamal Adams. So
I have Caleb Downs as the best player in the draft. In the draft, I'm Jeremiah Love.
Where do you have Jeremiah Love? Because I've seen a lot of people's just top players. He's 1 or 2 on almost every single draft.
So
the fact that you can get him at 7 is insane to me.
If I was going ranking them, I would go Downs, I would go Love, I would go Bailey, then Bain, then Mendoza.
I could see the farthest he fall down, which is the insane thing that you just said, which would be 7.
The farthest he falls down.
Yeah, the farthest he falls. Yeah, no pun intended there, guys. I swear.
I can't 7.
But I can't. It's very hard to imagine him not being top 5.
I just don't think
Jeremiah Love will be traded, but will be drafted by the Commanders as long as Caleb Downs is not there.
I 100% agree with you.
He's going to Washington.
Are you going to fly Mark, are you going to fly to Washington if they don't pick either of those guys if you are on the clock? Are you going to have a stern conversation with management as a concerned fan?
I will say the most
I
thing
think it depends on who's available.
What if you go like Delaney?
Ooh, yeah, no, I don't know about that one.
Cornerback, once again, because you have other cornerbacks on the board that are better, and you go Delaney for a guy.
You know what? This is a completely different regime. Okay, shut up. Nah, I get it. We could have had the best corner in football, and we chose Skinny McDoo. Okay, I get it.
It's going to happen again.
Such a commander.
There's a reason why Ron Rivera doesn't coach in the NFL anymore. Okay.
But
let it go.
To ask this, what would you think at 12? Who do you think goes to Dallas at 12?
That's a good question.
Could Carnell Tate go to Dallas?
I have heard receiver. If one of the edge rushers aren't available, I heard receiver.
See, I was thinking edge.
Only because I don't think they're going to keep what's his name?
There's no way
after the season.
Although, also, it wouldn't be a bad idea if they got that guy from Ohio State. I think it's Sony,
what
right?
Is his name? What is the other receivers? Not CD Lane.
Because he, I think, is honestly one of the best coming out of this draft, in my opinion.
You just don't draft guys off the ball and that high.
I'm just saying that their defense is at 3-4.
Styles is the other one I heard. So Downs and Styles are the two defensive players I heard we like. Yes. Styles is the they're both from Ohio State, coincidentally.
He fits for the scheme. That's what
he fits for every scheme because he's so fast and he's so rangy. He's able to get around everywhere you need him. So he fits for every scheme. But just like we saw last year, you don't draft these guys off the ball, linebackers, high when you have other prospects out there. That's just what happens.
Yeah,
I don't know. The only offensive player I think we should even consider drafting is Jeremiah Love. Jeremiah Love isn't there, then we go defense. If we go receiver, I'm going to lose my mind.
You want another receiver?
It's not that I don't think we don't need another receiver or couldn't use another receiver. The reason we didn't win football games last year was our defense. It wasn't our offense.
Well, that and injuries,
Well, no, but even with the injuries, we were in most games till the end. But our defense at the end of games couldn't stop anybody. So it's like our biggest need is defense, and then you're just going to go ahead and do offense in the first round of the game. Which is okay if it's Jeremiah Love. Don't get me wrong.
No. I still don't think you should do that, but I would rather you go fix other parts of your offense. I wouldn't mind if you guys decide to go offensive line and there's a guy that you just can't miss. You can't, someone falls down and Fanu is there.
Yeah.
So like Fanu probably will be there. So Fanu probably will be there. And I'm looking at.
We have a top 3 left tackle that we just extended.
Put him at right tackle because I think Fanu is really a better right tackle.
We have for right tackle we just drafted in the first round last year, Conley.
Conley is really good too. Yeah,
he's good.
I can't argue with Conley. I really cannot.
Yeah, I was like, we got Conley last year.
I can't argue. Conley's good.
Yeah. Now, if there was a top tier center available, I'd be like, well, we might need to draft.
You still can't draft in the first round.
No idea who our center is going to be.
So, what are your thoughts on Jordan Brooks, the linebacker from the Dolphins? If the Dolphins are truly selling, I'd offer a 4th for him.
I'd take Jordan Brooks for a 4th.
But I feel like you get more for that.
Once again,
he's a top linebacker in the league.
Exactly. I mean, he's a top 5 linebacker in the entire NFL. I would offer. I think you probably would have to offer a 2nd.
I think you can get multiple, like 2/3. I think, truthfully, for that kind of leadership he brings. Tackling machine.
Shoot you out of here. Get out of here. They're not drafting tight end. They have one.
What is?
Let me have 1 year.
Whatest the best tight end?
Great left tackle.
You tell us.
They have a great left tackle.
The best receiving left tackle in the NFL, that's for sure.
Yeah.
He's the left tackle with the best hands in the entire NFL, man. That's what he does.
That's true. He has the most catches, most touchdowns, most receiving yards by any Left
tackle.
Great. Isn't the top tight end also like 6'3" and fast? It'll just be Isaiah Likely 2.0.
Literally, Sadiq is literally Isaiah Likely 2.0.
That's what I said. That's what I was just thinking right now. I was like, God damn it, that's gonna be my luck.
He needs to go somewhere where he can sit behind
Oregon,
someone
right?
for a year or two, and then he can take over.
I was like, it's gonna be my luck.
What happens with most tight ends? Tight ends have to have some time. Tight ends take time to kind of develop into what they were going to end up being. And Sadiq, I think it could be a monster, but it's going to take him 2 years. I'm going to say 2 years.
Yeah,
because you don't see tight ends run 4.39.
You do not. That's why I was like, he's just a glorified wide receiver. Because he got the speed of wide receiver, but he plays tight end. So really, you just play him in the slot. Then that's really what you do most of the time. You can play him in the slot, close to the line, because if his blocking isn't that good, you got to play him in the slot instead. Because you want to use a guy like that. You want to
look at the Bears with guy Colston Loveland and how they use him.
Yep, and look at how Warren does with the Colts. I mean, you just got.
I still think Warren. I love Colston Loveland. I think he's going to be phenomenal. I still think Warren is the full package.
Correct. I agree.
You know what I'm saying? I think Colston Loveland might be better in space, and those things and stuff. But the full package at tight end, so it's almost like I'm saying Travis Kelce, but it's not really Travis Kelce, but Travis Kelce like versus who's really the best tight end in the NFL. He's injured this year, but who's really the best tight end in the NFL?
Well, a lot of people would say George Kittle or something like that.
George Kittle is the best tight end. He's the best all around. That's what I think the difference is.
Although I don't know how good George Kittle will be now in 2 years, because the Achilles injury is literally like the worst thing he could have ever
He needs to be careful. If he keeps getting hurt like this, he's going to hurt his second career he has after football.
Yeah.
He's going to be a WWE superstar. He loves wrestling. He's already been in the ring. Huge wrestling fan. I was like, man, just when I can't like you anymore, man.
Yeah.
Did you hear
but we can
that
definitely
somebody completely biffed up Colston Loveland's rookie card? One of the companies who does like trading cards, they put fucking Cole Kmet. It was a picture, and it was a white dude with 85, and they said Colston Loveland rookie card.
Wow.
Oh, someone's getting fired.
I was like, how do you let that happen?
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of white guys with their tight ends. I don't know how you messed that up. Like, they don't look like.
To answer your question, Anthony, because I've actually had this conversation with several of my friends about tight ends who are trying to decide who's best overall, and we look at who's still playing. So that includes career as well. It's too young to tell for Brock Bowers. It's too early. Way too early.
He had one great year.
Just about to say.
The second year is not as outstanding, and so it's hard to say he's the best tight end.
And I don't think he's on the wrong team either. He would be great on any team. I truly think, as long as they use him, which they do use him. I was going to say the same thing about not just him, but also with Loveland and with Warren. I say, let's wait until about year 4. Then we can really truly know who really stands out amongst them.
No. I don't know about the
Trey McBride is the best tight end in the NFL.
Correct.
Trey McBride is the best.
If we are going off of that, for me, I have Trey McBride. I also still enjoy Kelce because he still does great despite his age, and like George Kittle, and George Kittle does great, despite his injuries, they keeps him mounting. He still does it, a guy who's been there for so long and, actually is consistent, not every year just because of the age, but Zach Ertz before the injury, he looked great, especially on the Commanders and the Eagles. He looked great.
I like Sam Laporta.
And Sam, I think they just need to use him a little bit differently, but I do agree. I think
they used him fine before.
Yes.
But I think Sam Laporta is going to be good.
And then TJ Hawk also. Healthy Hawk is very good too.
For only having 3 good games a year and still finishing in the top 10 every year in tight end for points, Mark Andrews isn't bad. Dude goes off for 3 games.
You love him and you hate him.
Dude, he's the best left tackle playing tight end.
I know.
Exactly.
And then for your thing, saying Brock Bowers would be an amazing tight end everywhere, only if he was tight end 2 for the Ravens.
Of course, because
if he was tight end 1, he would just be a bona fide.
They need those 2 left tackles, okay? They need them bad.
Just ask Mark Andrews about that one.
Yeah.
All right.
I was so excited for him to go somewhere else.
Going to the draft right now. So the draft, is coming up. What move do you think is going to happen that's going to shake up the draft before we get there? One move that could shake up the entire draft. Even if someone who you don't think is available, someone who, it could be on a good team and it's a crazy trade that could shake everything up.
So if this happened, this would shake up the league for sure. It will not happen, but I'll put it out there right now. The Raiders trade their first overall pick, 101, and they trade for someone like Joe Burrow, and they traded like 2 first-rounders for Joe.
So they're going to be a lot more than 2.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be 4.
There's a reason why the Vikings gave up on trying to get Joe Burrow.
Oh, yes, but if the Raiders could pull off getting Joe Burrow, that would shake up a lot of things, in my opinion.
Okay. I like that one.
Would you add Maxx Crosby to maybe offset some of the first-round picks? I was going to actually say the Raiders too, but I was going to say
Mitch, how you feeling?
I don't know who it's going to be, but I think they trading Crosby, even if it's for 1 first this year, gives them 2 first-round picks. So they can get Mendoza and then a captain for the defense or get him a weapon because Lord knows I don't know what to do quite receiver at this point. But Can you imagine if they're able to get like Mendoza and Tate or Mendoza and Tyson? Like, bam, got your quarterback and receiver. Or if they're able to get Mendoza and, a left tackle.
I mean, there's a lot of things that they
could go with Lindenbaum at center.
I like it. What if I did something? I'll throw something out there for me. I'm going to say, if Vegas can do that, then Max might want to stay.
No, he just might.
You got trade to get him. That's the problem. You got trade away him to get that.
That's what I said. I think they would have to put Max in the trade though. Hey, you didn't want to be here, Max. You don't get to be here when we're good.
I don't know.
You guys are saying exactly what I'm saying. I think it's going to be something like this, and it's something that Alex talked about. I'm going to say that they trade away Maxx Crosby to whatever team. Someone gives them a late first rounder this year and a conditional first rounder next year.
Correct. I agree with that.
That happens, right? Then they take this late first rounder this year, package it up with a second rounder this year, and go get AJ Brown. So now, that could be something that I can see happening. That changes
along the lines of what I said. You get your quarterback and receiver. You
just go about it a different way. Just trading away draft capital for it, as long as everybody agrees
to have a guy that is going to produce, that already has that and wants to be in Vegas. People love being in Vegas. I think that makes a lot of sense. But you still end up with a first round pick next year in 2027.
Yes,
that's the key. So like you're doing that, getting this guy, so you don't have to draft to someone, and you can get that first rounder next year.
Just you're right. Everyone likes to go to Vegas. Just don't go speeding down the highway, okay?
There ain't no way in hell, Anthony. Unless you're talking like lower picks, not necessarily like low, but I'm just saying.
But like,
if you're giving up 3 picks for Kyle Pitts, you're talking
a third.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I mean, the talent's for sure there, and he's still really young.
He's still really young.
Yeah. But I don't know, Anthony. But
if a team that's trading for him is going to go off of what he's done.
Yeah.
And
last year, we only
going to pay him for touchdowns. That's how much money you're going to get him. That's how many picks you get.
Although, hey, he should get like 3 this year, I think. He gets a more and more.
Let's do an average of the last 3 years. How many touchdowns he get?
Yeah. However many touchdowns he gets, or whatever year he's in, is how many touchdowns he gets. So what? 5 is his 5th year.
I don't know.
Man. My last question.
They could get 3 picks, but they'd be lower.
Terrible picks. My last question for you is: are the Chiefs done?
I don't think so.
No. I think a lot of people wish they are, but that K9 signing and them getting another first round pick, I mean, they are building this correctly. You plugged up a big weakness for you. Now you have great draft capital going to this draft to go and fill up everything else you need. And they also are reworked quite a bit because their cap, they weren't technically in cap hell. And they're still
always good. That was so smart for them getting that 10-year, $500 million contract. You can always just push that money to the side. We're going to put in the signing bonus. We're going to continuously have money set for the next 10 years.
Yes. So I don't think they're done. I think Bronco fans, like a certain one I know, would be just salivating saying, oh, yeah, they're done for sure because I hate the Chiefs. But no.
And plus, when you always have a quarterback talent of Patrick Mahomes.
They still have a great defense, Chris Jones.
He's going to keep you in games.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also, they'll probably just go corner with their first pick.
They can. Well, they got to replace them.
And they know how to develop them. So,
yeah.
Spags knows how to develop himself a good corner.
Phenomenal defensive corner. Holy crap. Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to tell you this. Eric Bieniemy going back to offense, is going to change their offense. And we got to remember 2 years ago when Eric Bieniemy was there, right before, they were like 15-1 with a terrible-ass team.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying. That's a scary guy. I think that he and Mahomes work well together. I think that team's going to run the ball down your throat and have the best quarterback in football on play action.
I think the only way that you can say the Chiefs are done is if somehow, hope it does not happen, Mahomes injures his ACL again or something like that. Because without Mahomes, it's very hard to win.
But with Mahomes, all you do is win. With Mahomes,
we got Justin Fields. He might.
No, there you go.
That can of worms again.
Yeah. You
don't want Alex to be wrong. Look, he's been good this entire show. Let's not let him be wrong when we get out of here.
Wrong. Never wrong. Thank you.
Once again, I agree. Justin Fields filling that QB in KC will be interesting.
It will be interesting.
Especially if they break down, they sit with him and say, let's go over what your eyes are doing. Let me show you exactly what you're doing pre-snap, post-snap, over and over again, because he has all the talent, but he can't get it up here. So until he understands what's going pre-snap, post-snap, make it happen, I think it's a problematic. But if Justin Fields ever could put it together, it's exactly what I told this dude.
Yep.
And I agree with that.
You might be right.
This is the last chance for him.
I agree. Yeah. He has to get it right this year. And if they do bring him back for one more year, like you brought before in a previous show, then he really has to really sell that he can do what he can do. And if he can't, then it's going to be very hard for teams to just say, well, we're going to want you as a starter. Backup.
He'll probably
just be like backup.
You imagine Anthony Richardson working with Sean McVay?
Actually, I think that's a phenomenal place for him to go.
I could see that. I think we haven't seen enough of what Richardson can do, and he's still a young guy. So that would be a great.
How old do you think AR is?
Well, he's only been in the league, 2 seasons, right?
You say 24.
Did he join the league really old? Is that what I'm understanding?
No.
He's still 23.
Okay.
Dang.
Yeah.
But he will be 24 when the season.
Yeah. So that makes
he's
sense.
younger than Carson Beck.
Yeah. Is he younger than Bo Nix? He's got to be younger than Bo Nix too, right?
Bo Nix is like 100 years old. Bo Nix is like an old man.
And Michael Penix are almost 30. No,
they're pushing 30 already. At Chris 25.
I believe Bo Nix is 26, right?
No, I think Bo Nix will be 27 though when the season starts. I'm pretty sure he was 25 when he turned.
He's 26. He's 26 years old. February turned 26.
Oh,
okay. Bo Nix was already 25. He's 26 right now.
Yeah. So Richardson,
he's
I think
3 years younger.
He could. They just got to see what they want to do, because it's not a good look when you say, "Oh, I left because I was tired." It's not a good look for you, my man.
I'm pretty sure Trey Lance is still in the league, and I don't think he's 26.
Yeah,
right, but you're talking about again back. That's what they are, and so.
Do you think the Steelers could find a way to get Anthony Richardson?
I just don't think they want him. They probably could.
I don't know what the Steelers are looking for on TV at this point.
No one does. I think that's the problem. No one knows what the hell the Steelers are doing.
I don't think they know.
They're throwing names on a dartboard and
we're talking to Aaron, maybe Ty Simpson, but we don't know. We got Will Howard and whoever else.
Yeah, Will Howard we trust.
Is it Will Howard?
He knows our system.
Even Ohio State don't trust him.
Hey, you won a national championship with him?
Yeah, and they immediately said, "We don't want you coming back."
Go get drafted.
They definitely go to the draft because we don't want you here.
Well, all right, national championship since.
That's
So they were talking about QBs and stuff. What do you think of the Cardinals QB situation?
Do they have a QB situation? Like, I don't even know what to do.
They don't, because apparently they're taking calls for Jacoby Brissett.
And yeah.
And so their only QB on the roster is a guy who tore his ACL in week 16. Tell us you're tanking without telling us you're tanking.
Shh. Don't say
Are they trying to bring back the Manning to Harrison connection? Is that what they're trying to do?
100% what they're doing. They're putting all their eggs in, saying we're going to do whatever. I did hear that the Bears have been in contact with the Cardinals for Tyson Bagent. I will say that. But that still tells me that it's just a placeholder.
Yeah, I was going to say even that.
I could see that. So would you draft a QB for Pittsburgh, knowing Aaron Rodgers might get mad and then not come back?
That's the only reason I would definitely draft the QB.
Well, you got to do something.
Oh, of course.
I'm not gonna not draft a QB. I don't know Aaron Rodgers is coming back. You're gonna not draft a QB, and then you're going in with like Will Howard and Mason Rudolph, like, oh, Aaron.
That would be such an Aaron thing too, being like, if you guys don't draft anybody, I'll come back. Okay.
I just got back from a dark room. I'm retiring.
Just no. Okay.
When you ask this,
okay.
When you ask this is what I thought right here.
You serious?
I love that. I love it. All right, guys. You guys got anything else for the night?
No, just want to say that it's good to be here, and we're finally getting some more news, and I'm looking forward to that draft. I am ecstatic for the draft.
I'm excited. The Commanders apparently have some sort of announcement, and a lot of people seem to think it's going to be the Super Era uniforms are going to be our permanent uniforms.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay. Until they make you change your name.
I don't think they're ever going to change the name, unfortunately. But I guess the consensus was when they brought those back, it got us the closest to almost feeling like we're the Redskins again. And a lot of people love them. So much so that they're contemplating making them our permanent uniforms. And I'm like, please do. At least give me my gold face mask back.
Which was awesome.
Yes.
Zach Wilson to
the gold
States,
face mask and the stripe on the helmet. I was like, oh, please give me that full time.
So I'm waiting for the Super Bowl to come to DC. I'm going.
It probably will.
At some point, and I hope that you'll be able to afford it. It'll probably be like $8,000.
It's going to be.
Wait, you're talking about like Washington, D.C. hosting the Super Bowl?
For
yes.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
Washington, D.C. hosting the Super Bowl.
Of course.
Well, I think it's going to happen. It's what kind of
$10K.
You know why it's going to happen? Because the president's going to make it happen. He's involved in everything else. You might as well just be involved with that too.
It's supposed to be, DTJ Stadium,
This is how it's going to work, guys. Don't mark my words. 2029.
Hey, get my name out.
Super Bowl. Washington. All right, guys. This was a lot of fun. Thanks for everyone jumping in, all the chat. You guys are amazing. Thanks for my co-hosts Mark and Alec. You guys are awesome, except for Alec because he's always wrong. But besides that,
I'm always right.
We'll see you guys a little bit later.
Confused about what's being talked about.
Exactly. But Sunday we will be here before I go to C2E2 for a quick show, and we'll be back here on Tuesday for the Panda Grizzly show. Till then, we'll see you guys a little bit later.
See you guys. Have a good time.
Getting hype when I aim up. Elevating that game up. Stepping up to the competition. Only first place, yeah, that's how I'm living. I'm with it till they digging up my grave. Eating all the things up on my plate. Game face when I step up into place. I was born and when I watched me elevate.